Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Friday, September 26th. It's another defensive trade in the overnight session. We've got wheat prices down around 3 cents, corn market unchanged or fractionally lower, the bean market 5 to 6 lower, the meal market down a buck, and the soybean oil market down around 35 points. In the overnight trade, we have the beans and the meal making new lows for the move. It's also the end of the week. It's been a defensive week. We got wheat prices down around 3 cents, corn market down 5, the bean market down 40 cents, the meal market down $13, soybean market unchanged, down slightly. And on Tuesday, it'll be the end of the month. Don't have those prices in front of me, but just looking at a chart real quick, it's also going to be a very defensive month for September, and that comes on the heels of just the general downtrend that we've been seeing in prices in general, with most of the markets making new contract lows or lows for the move during the month of September. And obviously it all hinges on the fact that the weather is great as far as harvest activity goes, and the yield reports continue to come out quite sound. Most of the yield reports that we're hearing are finding it tough to work below 200 bushels per acre for the corn and or 50 bushels per acre for the beans, and thus that continues to limit the buying interest, continues to raise the prospects of the carryout rising, everything else being equal, and thus the direction of prices where they're currently heading. Speaking of the end of the month, on Tuesday we'll have a USDA all wheat production figure update, a crop revision for the soybeans of last year, their production number, and a quarterly stocks report for wheat, corn, and beans. With the weather and the harvest and the yield going what it's going at this pace, that report should not be all that influential, but nonetheless it will be the end of the month and a report to take into consideration, but that'll quickly go by the wayside, and we'll continue to concentrate on yield and harvest reports. So obviously we're now looking at the demand side of the ledger. Not to say that there's anything too bright, because world prices continue to be competitive versus us, and we'll have a commitment of Treasury report coming out after the close, and unlike the wheat, all other markets don't have sizable net short positions in it, and if anything, the index trade is still net long. We'll start another index roll for the November contract starting next week. And one other thing, we'll have a hogs and pigs report quarterly coming out after the close today to add to this time period where it's more mechanical with the reports and or the end of the month coming, rather than the constant look of fundamental news that's at this point in time defensive. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.